Good morning. We're getting an early start. We've got a Mini. Dad's getting the truck ready with some fuel. We're getting the semi warmed up, heading to Berkey. Time changes tonight, so it is 7:30 and still dark, or the sun is just starting to come up. That'll be different tomorrow. We're going to take this international semi down to Berkey. We've got to stop and get fuel on the way, and then Dad and I are going to... Why are we beeping? Anyway, Dad and I are going to get started shelling after we get the Cascadia loaded up with dry corn, so Phil can haul it in when he gets down there. Anyway, let's go.
It's not the way to get to work.
It is not the way for Mom to get to work today. But it's pretty today. Dad got down here early and he started a burner up on the GSI, the big GSI. And so that's drying. There's just a little bit of wet corn in the small dryer there. Not enough to start it, so we gotta go shell some more corn to get more wet to get everything running here. I'm going to turn the lights off on this truck that I left on, and then we're transferring some dry corn up into our overhead out of that bin in order to fill the Cascadia truck up, so when Phil gets down here he can haul that into town. We figure we're gonna have to move around 20,000 bushels here during harvest, or in order to have room to get everything out of the fields. So that depends on the yields a little bit, but somewhere in that ballpark. Loading this truck up. We don't have concrete, and this has been offset. The overhead's not centered directly over the pit, so I don't know where my stop marks are. I'm in the wrong spot. Usually we dump between this bow and that bow, but it'll be fine. So this overhead is relatively new. Only been here 3 or 4 years now. We have platforms on both sides with the chains. The dust is blowing it straight at that other one, so I came over here. We don't have enough up there yet. Time to shell some corn. Dad's checking oil on the combine. We're gonna check the ADAR over. The goal is to get this done today. We've got, I think, 35, 36 acres left in this field. It is supposed to rain and get sort of nasty this afternoon. They're talking high winds later this evening and stuff. So we're all hoping it rains, and we're just hoping we get this done. It's an 8335R, you are correct. All right, so on this tractor, we've got a GPS receiver, right? But it is just SF1 accuracy, Deere's free kind of not that accurate accuracy. It's supposed to be plus or minus 10 inches. However, it is the acquisition or startup stuff that can be way off on it, and I'll show you what I mean here. So I know for a fact that this is where my line is because these are my tracks from yesterday. I know that my line is right here. Look how far off we are. 9 feet, and it's jumping. That line is moving that way rapidly. It's already moved about 20 feet. Now it's 8 feet. Now it's 7 feet. Now it's 6 feet. It's getting more accurate is what is happening. Because if I go into here and I look at the Starfire, see our accuracy is up to 30%. That's the problem. So does it matter for this? No, not really. But if I was pulling a planter and my coverage map from yesterday had shifted 30 feet, 40 feet, and it was slowly drifting back, that would drastically affect my row shutoffs, my auto steer, all of that kind of stuff. So we're just going to kind of sit here and watch it dial in. Now it's almost right. Is it going to keep going? Are we going to shift a whole nother? Yeah. It's going to move a whole nother pass, I think, before we're right. That's crazy. So it takes it 15 or 20 minutes, I would say, after you start it up from a cold start overnight to really get acquired and locked onto that line. And it will get there, but it's way off right now. And even if I shifted that line and centered it, it's still moving. So it's still going to keep drifting off and off and off, and we'll end up running into the combine if we aren't paying attention.
Every time you started 8300, it just wouldn't start very well.
The 8300 started good when it was warm out, not when it was cold.
Like in the winter, it wouldn't even start.
It would, just not very good, huh? Have to keep it plugged in so it was warm.
Why can't you use the ether in the winter?
Well, you can a little bit, but you don't want to use ether too much.
Why?
It's not good for the engines if you use too much. Grandpa's almost full. Look at that.
He's at 94%.
94, you think? I don't know if he's quite that full. It's not quite in the windows yet.
Look at that.
Oh, we've shifted a whole nother pass. I'm gonna keep going. Yep. Now, you may be asking how that's affecting our yield mapping on the combine. And, well, it would be or could be. However, we're running RTK corrections there. So it is using a land-based GPS receiver that is in a static position to triangulate and dial that accuracy in much, much more, which is why RTK is repeatable to within an inch time after time after time, and it doesn't drift like that. So minimal effect on the yield mapping. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a live stream here this morning because I was going to do it this afternoon, but I don't know that we're going to be in the combine this afternoon because I think it's going to be raining, or at least that's the plan, that it's going to be raining. So we're going to go ahead and do it now. If you missed it, I'm sorry. Go back, check it out. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully you guys are cooperative today and have questions. And this one here is quiet enough that everybody can hear.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm not big in that.
Oh, okay. All right, just finished the live stream. We're back at the farm unloading trucks, restarting dryers, and we're about to head back over and keep shelling. So Phil came and emptied our grain cart. He's just going to haul it straight in with wet corn, which is fine. When we get back here again, I will walk you through some of what we did yesterday with the electrical stuff a little bit better. But yeah, all is working good here, I guess. We are getting close to having this field done. We're almost up to the houses there. He's got, I don't know, 1 or 2 more passes over there to do. And then, yeah, so I don't know if we'll get it all here before we get the trucks full again or not. Jack's here. He's going to go and empty one for us, so we might be able to. 3 years.
1, 2, 3.
You're right.
There's one in here. That's one.
We should get done here. I think we got 3-4 more rounds is all. Dad's gonna run into some point rows because the ones on the edge there follow the edge of the field, not the inside edge here, but that's okay. Phil came back with the one truck, so we've got another empty. He's leaving with the full one. Jack's emptying the other one, so we should have plenty of places to put the corn to at least get this done. And it's still dark to the west, but it's still sort of sunny right here. So the rain's coming, but it's not here yet. We should get this one done. Whether we do any more than that or not, I sort of doubt it. But we'll see where we're at. All right, we're almost done here, but we're starting to see some raindrops. It's coming. We got like a round and a half to do yet. We'll get it done. Bonus row. It's a bonus row. There's this side is not parallel with the road over there, so there's a wedge. So he's taking the last piece off that's from the 2 passes over there. I think that's his 4th pass on that side. So I got some point rows there, and we got 1 full pass over here. So you think we should have 2 combines? Yeah. We only have 1 right now. We don't have enough people to drive it. Are you going to drive the 2nd combine?
We're gonna have Uncle Jack.
You think Uncle Jack can do it? I don't know, maybe. Can you see it? Here comes the wind. All the corn stalks are blowing that way behind us. More raindrops. Yeah, it's time to get this one done. Let's get out of here. Dad's finishing up the little wedge over here. You see that? You see him? See it running? That's a coyote. I bet that makes those people real happy. Real happy. They have a coyote running through their backyard. I don't think Dad's gonna make it here, so we gotta come down and get him unloaded. All right.
Where do you want to go
Just
to
finish.
eat lunch?
Everyone's got to talk to Grandpa. You might have to tell him again. Anyway, this one is done. We're gonna take the stuff back to the farm, get the trucks emptied, and maybe we'll go grab some.
Get something down on Central Avenue, some restaurant, hamburger or chicken or something.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Let's get the equipment moved back. Dryers are still running. Yeah. We're just gonna wait for everybody to get back and let's get a truck. It's over in the field yet, and we'll get stuff finished. We've got fuel in the trucks, the transfer tanks, so we're putting those in the combine to keep everything filled up here.
And we're going back to Waldron.
Lunch. Back from lunch. We are getting more rain. Phil is loading up this truck. He's gonna keep hauling some corn. He's actually hauling it right out of the field. It's a little bit wet at 17 and a half, but not a big deal. And it's a lot faster for us if we don't have to run it through a dryer. So he's gonna haul some straight in here. I think we might be done, which I'm okay with. So we'll see. All right, so we got Phil loaded up. He's gonna haul corn again. We are waiting on this dryer to kick off. So I was going to talk to you a little bit about the what we did yesterday with wiring and stuff. So there was a couple of things. One, I replaced that hose. I think it got thrown away. I don't see it here. But there was a gas line hose that we replaced and got that fixed and changed the fitting out so that was good. And then we were trying to figure out why what we had. So we have this panel here that's supposed to control the burner up there. This panel not only gives us the start and stop buttons down here, it also gives us timers, a cool timer and a dry timer, so that we can program how long it will run for, and when those timers run out or the dry timer runs out, it will shut the burner off, and then the cool timer will run until that expires, and then the fan will shut off. But in addition to those, we also use a thermostat to control to monitor the grain temperature. And so a lot of times what we find is when the grain gets up to a certain temperature, it's dry. No matter what it started at, you want it to get to that temperature and then just shut down. So this controller also ties in a thermostat. Now on the old setup, where we had it before, we used an analog thermostat, something like this one, where you just had a dial to set it. And when it got up to that dial, it opened the circuit and it shut it off. Here we've got a digital one. Partially so we had better temperature control, partially because we needed to be able to get the sensor out of that thermostat all the way across and up into the grain chamber, which is way up there. And the lead on those is not long enough to do so. And so this works, but it took a long time to figure out how to get that wired properly. The first problem that we had was we could start the burner down here, but our stop button wasn't working, and we could not figure out why. We're going through the wiring diagrams on this, the wiring diagram for the burner, which is this one. I mean, we were going through all kinds of stuff trying to figure out, all right, what are we doing wrong here? What's not hooked up right? Well, what it turned out to be was there were some jumpers in that I was unaware of. Let me show you. This little piece right here, I saw the screws, and those were on two separate of the terminals on the terminal strip there. This little thing, it was kind of sitting there in the middle between them. I didn't realize that was the jumper, but that's connected. I thought they were just holding them down. So we had to take those out. Once we did that, our controls and the buttons all started working right. Our problem then became the thermostat wanted to kick out when it was triggering, and we couldn't figure out why. And part of it was I needed to actually switch it from heating to cooling, because the way that this works is once it gets up to the temperature, we need it to open the circuit. And with it in heat mode, once it got, it was opposite basically. And then there's a wiring for that to do a power stealing wiring versus non-power stealing, these two different wiring diagrams, and the one way it wouldn't turn on unless the fan was running or something, and then the other way it was working better. But that's what this wire is for. That's a neutral wire so that we could get it to non-power stealing. But there was a switch in there that we didn't find, because the only place that you will find that switch mentioned in the wiring diagram is right there. That's it. And if you didn't notice the difference between it in this picture and this picture, you didn't notice it. What are you doing? That's a bad idea.
Why? I'm just looking.
You don't touch anything.
Why?
Because it's electric. It'll poke you.
It's all hot. Right?
Yes, it's hot. Anyway, we've got it working right now. So once this gets up to 104 degrees, it should shut the burner off and then trigger the cool timer, and then we can shut everything down and go home.
Yeah.
Well, our thermostat got up to temperature, and we're still not quite right. We're still not quite right. This light came on, but it never shut the dryer down, or the burner down. I had to turn the dry timer manually to do so. So I was looking up what that light is, and it says status indicator LED lit when controller load is energized. I think what's happening is we've got the white wire coming out of this plug in the wrong spot on that solenoid. I think we need to move it up to where that purple wire is. Just based on this wire diagram that shows the white coming from the thermostat interlock right there. Follow the bottom is the white wire. You follow it up, it goes to terminal number 8. Number 8 is the next one up there where the purple wire is. We're getting close. We're getting close, but still not quite right. It'll be all right. Anyway, so we're letting the cool timer run now. That'll shut the fan off, and then we just shut everything down and go home. So we have made the decision. It's kind of raining, kind of not. It's windy. It's not a pleasant day. We're all tired. I am especially. We're going to take the rest of the day off, and we're going to take tomorrow off. No matter what happens with the weather tonight, whether we get rain or not, we're not coming back tomorrow. Tomorrow's a Sunday. I have worked consecutive days since September 25th. Have not had a single day off since September 25th. That was the last Sunday that I did not work. So, yeah. We're going to take a day off tomorrow. It's done. I switched those wires, so it should be good going forward. We're heading back to Waldron. It is quite windy. Quite windy. All right, we made it back here to Waldron, to the farm. Guys, the last time I didn't make a video was September 25th. It's 41 straight days. 41 straight videos, plus all of the live streams. I think I've hit once a week. Pretty darn close to it. It's been a heck of a run. But I'm taking a day off tomorrow. I haven't really gotten much rain. It is windy, and the front's moving through. It's going to be colder. But
tell me when to die.
No. We're gonna take the rest of the day and tomorrow off. So it is 4 o'clock, and tomorrow is Sunday. I've got a meeting at church after church tomorrow, and we're just not gonna work. We all need a break. So we'll get back down there on Monday and hopefully wrap that corn up this week. And it should go well. And we've got some tillage to do, some disking. Hopefully Brock will be back around this week, and he can either come down and run the cart for us, or he can stay here and run the disc and the ripper. We've got 95 acres that need to have the ripper run on it, and then we'll be done with that. And yeah, we're in good shape. So thanks for watching again. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Take the opportunity to catch up on a video you may have missed in the last 41 days. And we will see you again Monday morning. Video will come out Tuesday for you guys. Thanks for sticking with me in this
Bye.
streak. It's been quite a streak. So, yeah, bye.